Imagine if I did that and I sent Kinderegs to your room and they filled with your room. It would be like the biggest police sting in the history of America.
Probably.
You're not allowed Kinderegs. I can imagine you like laying in Kinderegs in your room and the police just like open up.
Yeah.
And they just,
I could take
you in.
They're not here, I swear. I don't have anything.
I want to talk about this quickly because the draft's just come up on the screen. I think they're going to ban Shaker here. I can't remember what they banned. I think they banned OGA last time instead. Oh, they actually just take out the Queen. Okay, interesting. So that means CDEC are going to be able to pick up the Shaker for themselves again.
Wow. Very quick. Our Shaker and then Mars.
So they've still got the same picking order, which means Vici have this last pick in the first phase again, but they've swapped sides this time. Now, I think they're going to pick Phoenix or they're going to pick... Yeah, I don't think you go for this Morphling anymore. Like, I think you have to prioritize differently because you have to prioritize to make sure one of your supports can actually do something in the game. Because, like, how ineffective did the Mirana and the... what did DY play? I can't remember.
In the first game?
Jakiro.
Oh,
sorry.
no, in the
like,
last
how
game,
effective did the Mirana and the Jakiro feel across the game, right? Like, at least now, it doesn't matter what they pick up as their core, at least they have a support, like a 3 and a 4 that can make plays happen on the map. They can make team fights happen. Like, they've got Arena, they've got the Egg. And so now the draft's changed up a little bit because we don't have any cores that have been picked in the first phase. Like 1 or 2s, I mean.
Mm-hmm. All right, there we go. There's the switch. Thank you. Production. So Phoenix Mars already. So I was thinking immediately, what else could you do besides the Phoenix Mars? If you really wanted to, you could do Skywrath, but Skywrath 5 is not going to be that great.
I think for 5 for Vici, it would depend on what. I still think Oracle is really good if it gets let through. Like, we didn't see it last game, but
looks like it's getting through because Clockwork, Treant, and Morphling are banned by CDEC.
I like the Morphling ban though, even though Vici didn't win with it last game. Like, it's still a really good hero.
But this is also the first time that neither team has a 1 position after the first phase.
So yeah, you're already looking at the pool thinking, okay, well, Vici might just decide to ban something here, then pick their carry straight away. So then maybe they're thinking like, well, the Void's pretty good with our lineup. Like, we've got Phoenix as well. So what do we not want to play against if we're playing Void? Like, do we want to take the Spectre out again now straight away? Do we want to take out something completely different? Okay, they're going to take out the Nature's Prophet. I don't mind that. I think SRF played it really well last game.
Yeah.
And maybe now they pick their carry that they think is going to do okay against, like, that would have done badly against Nature's Prophet in lane. Or they could just pick their 5 here as well. I think is fine.
I don't know. Are you forced to play your 1 position right here? And I get the answer to that question right away. It's no, you go to the Ogre. But that makes it seem even more so like it could be a Void.
Potentially, yeah. I'm trying to think of
what other heroes have we seen take advantage of that Bloodlust?
I mean, Bloodlust is just a good ability on any hero, though, right? But it means more on Void because of the bash. But, like, I don't know. It's not bad on anybody. Like, all
and it's great on those towers too.
Yeah, all the illusion heroes have been banned out, which are the big ones. So there's like Luna's left in the pool as well. I think does okay depending on the core matchups. But I think they're more like Ursa's still in the pool as well. I think could be really key for both teams. Like, they might just pick it now for Ame.
If they want to finally get off picking Ame's hero last, it seems like that has just been the case every single time.
Yeah, Ember's still in the pool, Void Spirit's still in the pool. I think are the 2 big ones as well. Like, DK's still in the pool if either team really wanted to go for it, but I don't see it being picked up at the moment.
TA's still there.
They're probably thinking like, what do we want to pair up with the Earthshaker? Because Batrider's still in the pool. So, like, they probably want to pick their 1 or 2 here to then be able to see if they can pick the Batrider last. Because they have the last pick in this phase before the next 2 bans. So that they could then ban out carry heroes that would do well against Batrider. Unless they feel like they can just pick it now.
I mean, I think you could. I don't think they're going to end up going to the Oracle or the Legion. I could see maybe Abaddon 1.
They have their 5 already, though, right? So, like,
Yeah.
they're not going to pick Oracle or anything.
Exactly. So CDC should feel comfortable going into the Batrider if you needed to.
But then they can pick something that makes Batrider's lane just not easy as such. Okay, now XM's played this mid before as well, right?
Mm-hmm. But most likely in SRF yes. Doom.
Take a quick sip, refresh. Keep drinking.
I'll follow your lead. Took a sip. Back on it. I'm wondering because Vici haven't waited on a 1 position that much or that often. I just don't see them putting Eurus at the back end of their draft.
Yeah, because if you don't pick your 1 now, but the problem is because you've left your 1 and 2 so late in the draft, one of them's going to get banned out.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to decide which hero they think across both positions is the most important for them so that it doesn't get banned out.
I almost want to say Ori is more important. Eurus has shown that he can do a lot with anything, whereas I would rather have Ori feel more comfortable.
They've given Eurus the priority before, though. Like, it was TB, AM, Morph, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a really difficult pick for them. Because, again, it's the same thing that... I think this Batrider is still a problem for them. They do, I think the Void's a safe pick, but now you have to make sure you don't pick. You have to make sure you pick another core on Vici last that deals damage, because if Void gets doomed up, he loses all his mobility with the Time Walk. So it's really important that you don't just rely on the Void for damage. You need something that scales in the mid lane as well.
There is a lot here that can really make Void's game troublesome. Not only just the Doom, but getting hit by a Fiend's Grip or the lockdown that Bane provides. Void could be in some trouble. Like, Time Walk in, all of a sudden you're hit by that Fiend's Grip. We've seen how good Banes have been. Like, especially, Victoria. And they go back to the Spectre. So, if you're going back to the Spectre, one of your bans has to be the Viper, right?
Yes. Yeah. I would assume so.
Yeah,
there it goes. But see, my problem now is that, like you say, it's not a free Void game. Like, they have all this control. They've got the Echo and everything. And I think a lot of this game is going to come down to who can make the jump first. Like, can they get the Chrono off? Can they get the Arena off? Or, like, can they get the Echo off? Can they get the Doom off before, like, they die and stuff as well? It's going to be very, like, the vision is going to be more important in this game than all of the games there have been so far. And I do worry for Vici as well that they struggled to get on top of the Shaker and Bane at the start of fights. And we saw how much work those two did last game.
Is it worth going for a TA here? Or hoping you get a Kunkka?
I think Kunkka's really good for both teams. Because it gives them the extra catch for the Void Spirit on CDEC. And it's just more damage that can go into the Chrono. Like, it's a core that if you don't doom up can do damage in fights as well. Like, it gives them a little bit of extra catch to try and get on top of the Shaker and the Bane and things. And I think that hero's been banned out both games so far. I might be wrong with that, but
I think you're right. All 3 games.
All 3 games, yeah, sorry. So,
but TA gets banned, so now if you're Vici, you don't have that first pick. So are you willing to take the chance that if you don't ban the Kunkka, it won't get picked here by CDEC? Because I think it's a good pick for both teams, where you have that X, you have that extra control, where you've already got options for the Void, but now you'll have X on top of it. I don't know if you can give that away.
I will say the Void Spirit and Ember Spirit are still in the pool as well, and I think it's a pretty good Ember game for CDEC too. So, like, if they feel like they could just take the Ember instead, because Ember doesn't do well against Viper or TA either. I mean, Ember TA is a little bit of a volatile matchup, but this band's, like you say, because they both need their mid hero as well. And they have to recognize that CDEC have first pick. Yeah, the Ember's taken out.
But I think if you're CDC, it's got to be Kunkka at this point, because then it gives you extra control. And I think it's a lockdown. It can potentially be damage. Ooh.
Yeah, I was going to say, do they have enough burst potential, though, if they go for Kunkka? Like, a lot of their damage is all in on the big spells and things. So when, like, do they have enough to kill people quickly enough? and the Zeus gives them that. And I talked about them having gap close problems to get on top of the Earthshaker and the Bane. It's the same with Zeus as well. And they do, yeah, they take the Kunkka on Vici.
It had to be Kunkka for one of them. I don't think you're letting Kunkka go that far and then get through like that and not be, picked or banned in that last phase.
They have really good pick-off potential around the map on CDEC because they have the Zeus and the Spectre. Like, there's this massive global potential, especially when Nimbus comes through. But I really like this Kunkka pick. And I think Ori, even if he has a bad lane like he did last game on this hero, can actually make moves around the map a lot easier. Like we said, it hits level 6. You just play around Ghost Ship. Like, if one of the supports rotates mid as well, like it's an easy X setup kill onto the Zeus. Like, XM has to play really well this game. Otherwise, I think he's going to feed horrendously.
I think there's a lot of issues to this for CDEC because you can get the X with a Supernova and an Arena. Like, there's a lot of disruption to everything that's going on for CDEC. And I have a feeling mid-game might go really well for Vici. When you have the Arena and the 6s for both your supports and Kunkka, if he has a good time, like, you can really have a good team fight here for the side of Vici. And I'm not saying CDEC don't have that opportunity, but I think it might be a little bit more simple for Vici to execute.
Yeah, because I think CDEC's lineup is like a little bit greedy. Like, the Spectre and Zeus both need farm, really, before they like hit this massive power spike. So it just worries me that if this especially if Vici have a good laning stage, I think they'll take over the map completely. So, and then they lose the space to farm where the Spectre and Zeus both need it. Like, that's a big issue. And like Doom's a greedy core. Like, and Shake is a great E4. So has the greed got the better of them?
Do you think maybe CDC should have SRF focus on Devour this time around? Try to get that extra gold? Because if it's going to be, slim pickings, you might as well find another source of income.
I think he'll go 2-4-0 still. I think you have to max Scorched Earth. Like, maybe he doesn't take Doom and he takes another point in Devour at 6, but it depends on whether he thinks he can use it to get a kill.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not going to use Doom after you've leveled it up, why have you leveled it? Like, you might as well have just got another point in Devour.
True. Speak of the true.
Prepare for battle.
SRF here with James. I'm excited because, I'm not... My analysis there, albeit very simple, not as good as yours. I think Vici's lineup is a bit more easy to execute, but it's not to say that CDC can't execute, especially if they give Ame that kind of space again.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's important for both teams that they do have the capability to team fight. Like, one team has Doom, Grip, Echo, and Nimbus, and like Thunder God's Wrath and things. So Nimbus, when he gets the Ags online, they've got Haunt. Like, they have good team fight. But like Radiant have the Egg, they have Chronosphere, they have Mars Arena, they have Boat. Like, there's big team fight on both teams.
Yeah.
So like, even if one team falls behind, they do have potential to get back into the game with the team fight that they have. So I think it's going to be really difficult to count either team out here. When it's going to come down to, like we said in the draft, it's going to come down to the vision control, which is really important when you have Zeus in your team. Like, you can find these D-wards a lot of, because finding the right heroes at the start of fights is going to be more important than in the other 3 games so far this series.
Yeah, just God's rebukes Ame off that bounty rune.
Get him.
Victoria taking some damage. DY. He's gotten the Orb of Venom. Ogre build. The I have 7 armor. Let me just run at you.
Yeah, the Bloodlust level 1 to allow him to just run at people even more.
Yeah. So Victoria makes the move up top here with Ame. Yang and PYW come in, and we've seen PYW on this Phoenix play really well. And it's kind of crazy because we've seen him secure so much farm on this hero before. And so quickly, too. So, let's see. One thing that scares me about Vici is their cooldowns, but I could say the same thing for both sides.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, it's they have the ghost ship, which I think is going to be a big one because they can fight all the time with that.
Yeah.
Like the cooldown's so low. I mean, it used to be lower, but I think it used to be 70. Was it 60, 50, 40 before? I think I can't remember. Can't remember which patch that was, but.
XM already taking a lot of damage, but he's up a level at the moment. He's actually up a bit of experience.
I've been watching this mid lane really closely, and XM's been doing a really good job, actually. Like, he's forcing Ori to choose between two choices and not getting them both all the time. Like, with last hits or, like, denies or whatever.
So, 7.23, it switched from 60, 50, 40 to 80, 70, 60.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe this. That Vici are up almost 1,000. Because it ticked at 1,000 net worth ahead already.
Really?
Yeah. For a split second, it ticked up that high. But look at the net worth difference. It's already at a K.
What? Is it just because this Zeus has had to buy so much regen mid or something?
And he's already taking, like, so much damage. And all he's got is a shared tango.
And when Ori hits level 4 here, he's going to have X. And then, like, XM does have to be really careful. Like, I know he's quick on the Zeus, but I don't know if that's enough.
Who's your egg hitter here for CDEC?
That was, yeah. That was something else I was going to bring up, because a lot of the time when we've seen Phoenix, like, we see this Mirana picked up at the same time to, like, try and know that they have something that can hit the egg. Phoenix is TPing mid here, by the way.
Yeah, forced to come over, or not forced to come over. XM is, forced to have help because of the damage that's coming out from Ori as well as PYW. The double TP, so both supports come in. They go for the fissure, look for the kill, but it's only a nightmare that he can throw. So, I mean, Phoenix, he salves up, he's fine.
This is so good for Yang, though, on the Mars, I think, because now he can just, like, keep slapping the Spectre around. Arme is going for Meteor Hammer again, by the way. It worked so well for him last game, though. Why not, right?
And it has been killed. I almost feel like so well is an understatement.
Korea. Oh, I think Eurus had got his items off the courier. It was on the way back that it died, so it's not too bad. Mid lane, actually. Oh, wow.
They actually get on the Ori. They brought both supports back over mid, and DY, there was nothing he could do there. That is a lot of aggression over mid, and they're trying to get these 4-minute runes. PYW will pick it up for the haste. He's also come in, so all of a sudden it becomes a 1-3-1 on the map. Which to me just, can he get that courier? If he grabs that courier, that would be nuts. I thought he was going to try for that.
But I like how much emphasis both these teams are putting on the mid lane. Like I said, because when he gets X, the Zeus is in real trouble. So they weren't afraid to just TP straight away. Like, both teams understood how important this, like, if the Kuka gets first blood on the Zeus, like, by himself, right? Well, even with the Phoenix coming in, then he hits level 6 so much quicker than the Zeus. And then Zeus can't come back to lane because he just dies over and over again to the combo.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, this is what I was saying, with a lot of these mid lane matchups we've seen today, they're so volatile that the small mistakes really add up quickly. And so the fact that they defend there and keep the Zeus alive and then get the first shot of the Kunkka is going to make a massive difference to the game overall. Even though we won't feel it, right?
It makes a massive difference because Zeus doesn't spiral out of control, so not feeling it is actually the feeling of feeling it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely not.
Okay. It was some 3D chess I was playing with your brain.
Okay.
More so, like, sometimes the status quo, keeping it the same, is work's being done to make that happen.
So he hits the level 6 here now on Kunkka. This is big, and you see Kunkka's hanging around Phoenix is hanging around as well, because there's a catapult wave as well. So if they manage to get the Zeus kill here, they can instantly transition it into a tier 1 tower mid. Oh, the regen spawns bot.
And that's bottled. And with 3 heroes here, like, XM's not going to hit 6, I don't think, with these creeps.
That's just so good. They're glyphing the creep wave as well to keep the catapult wave like as long as possible.
They got the stun out onto Victoria, and now the torrent doesn't land, but Bane's in trouble. James Fissure hits on 2, PYW! Icarus dive across the river, survives just barely, and XM's still not 6. He finally hits it, doesn't have the mana for Thunder God's Wrath, and will immediately use it, hoping to find a kill into the Phoenix.
I'm pretty sure he accidentally X'd the wrong hero there. I think Ori meant to X the Bane and X somebody else. I didn't see who it was, because he didn't pull him back into the ghost
Arena
ship.
top, Ame? Oh, he goes down to Yang solo. I can't believe he goes down by himself.
He's not going Vanguard first this time on the Mars as well, which I really love. We've talked about how important it is to be able to make the first move on the map at this point. So he's gone for the Ring of Regen. He's got the Soul Ring. He's got the Bottle as well.
I say that they've doomed up the Void.
Bot lane though, yeah, Kunkra's coming in.
Yeah, he's not going to survive. Both ones go down. DY's down here with Ori. And now they commit the haunt after the kill. And they're going to get not 2, but potentially 3. Ori, he doesn't have Ghost Ship. And nobody's rotating, so he's just dead. God. And what a move by Ame to recover after dying, and he just TP's top.
But dude, this Scorched Earth damage is so crazy though. Like, it does 45 damage for 16 seconds. 45 times 16, 450, like, 450, 90. It's like 700 damage, right? A little bit more. It's bonkers.
On top of which, you know, the Doom's got himself the extra movement speed thanks to the speed aura. Like, they could just get under that tower so quickly and overwhelm Vici in the bottom lane. Also, CDC have a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, I think the Kunkka rotating bot there and dying, like, if the Void dies, it's not the end of the world. Like, yeah, they use Doom for it, so whatever. But the fact that the Kunkka TP's bot dies as well is the big one for me. SRF's gonna... Oh, he just gets the TP off. Torrent doesn't land. Oh dear.
And so, with the lane not being disrupted as much, because XM doesn't die in the mid lane and they get the kill on Ori, XM sits level 7, he's having a decent time. And by decent, he's in top of the CS and in front of Ori in net worth. Like, it's that little bit that keeps the lane stable and allows him to just have a normal lane and move up from there.
So he has the treads now on Mars. I'm really... I cannot stress this enough. Really hope he goes Blink. I don't want to see, like, a pipe. I don't want to see anything. I want to see something that allows him to group up and go. And play around this Phoenix egg at level 6. Ame's getting his meteor hammer time a lot slower this game, by the way, from what I can tell. Which is going to help Vici, at least, with, like, in comparison.
Eurus, meanwhile, he's picked up a casual Morbid Mask, Gloves of Haste, and going into Maelstrom. I believe he's got the treads, yeah? There it is.
Yeah, it's pretty...
They're looking for Ame. PYW, there's the Arena. Sunray right on him. Thunder God's Wrath comes through. PYW, he ends up dead. Now the Doom...
Oh, is he going to die on Ame?
Used. Oh,
he's
he
not
might
dead.
still go down. Can he get a spear off?
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, he was looking for just anything there. Now he's forced to TP out.
And XM solo kills Ori.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, no, not XM.
SRF
SRF kills Ori
yeah,
as well.
uses the Doom. I was like, I heard the Doom. I just wasn't sure who was on.
I think the Zeus might have been there as well, but I'm not 100% sure. And that's drums coming out now for the Doom as well. He's so farmed.
Eurus.
Was that the Crow?
That's the kill into James.
Okay, so if Phoenix had level 6 up in that top lane before, the Spectre would have definitely died. Oh, top lane as well. Now Yang's getting chased down by the Scorched Earth.
Are they swapping Ame's lane? Yeah, he's going mid.
Mid lane.
Oh,
X goes
Zeus.
off.
And the Sunray and Supernova went off. They'll get the kill there. Ori now on the run. He needs to try and survive. Ghost Ship, Rum Buff might be enough Meteor Hammer. No. It's close, though.
That was about as close as I am to getting to 8k. Not very close.
Alright. Fair enough. It's as close as me getting to 1k.
Oh, nice.
Not very close. No.
I don't know. I think you're pretty close.
Maybe. Like I always say, top 1 player in my house.
I still think that's disrespectful to your dog, but...
And my brother. But he's a turbo player. A turbo spammer. How's Void doing? Chrono on cooldown for another 70 seconds. He finishes the Mask of Madness. He's had the Maelstrom queued for a while, but... gonna wait even longer as he's going into the, as he's gone into the Mask of Madness.
Dire's structures are fortified.
If you're gonna get silenced by the Doom, you might as well buy Mask of Madness as well. That's the smart theory crafting, you know. I think the fact that this Kunkka hasn't had a good time though is really hurting Vici. Like it slowed his game down massively. And so
James
like a lot
comes
of
over, Arena down. That blocks SRF out. They go and get the Doom onto the Mars. Now they've got the Haunt. Looking for the Meteor Hammer once again. That won't land. Mars still trying to get out of this one. But there's the Echo Slam. Lands on 2. DY. He'll survive. They've got the stun on the Earth Shaker. Ori comes in. Kunkka trying to get X, I believe. Finally throws a Torrent. It's not going to land. The Fissure out on
the grip on the Phoenix.
The Void as well as the Ogre. They get the Fiend's grip on a PYW, so they've got themselves a second kill. Infernal Blade hits 3 They're trying to get a kill on the DY, but he backs off successfully. Chrono just on the SRF. Meteor Hammer, he needs to be careful. This slams on him. It's not going to matter. The Ghost Ship is there, and one more shot will finish off this Doom.
They got the X
but
as
still,
well.
things are dangerous when you allow that Meteor Hammer to slam on you. Victoria bashed up, kill it off, and another kill for Vici.
Yeah, not a great fight for CDEC, but at the same time, like the Spectre and the Zeus don't die. So that's big for them. Like the Zeus can carry on working towards his axe here. Like that's going to be a big timing for them, but I think Eurus got so much from that, like in terms of net worth. Like, these team fights are going to be crazy all game, and I think that was just step 1 right there. That's like the first big 5-on-5 we've seen.
So it will be Blink Dagger first for Yang, which again getting that arena down I think is very important.
Yeah, obviously he's going to struggle when the Spectre gets to the point where he has a Radiance, and I can just pop Haunt and things, but for now, it's definitely the right play. And I love that always going for Shadowblade here. He had Armlet queued up before, and I wasn't in agreement, but they see the Doom mid here as well.
They'll land the Torrent, they've got the Sunray, Tidebringer, DY coming over, and now the Fissure lands onto 2. Ghost Ship, that's just going to fly on through, but SRF, he'll end up dying, and they get another kill here for Vici and take over the tier 1 mid.
This Bloodlust on the Void is doing huge amounts of work as well. His damage output is really high, just because of like this Bloodlust enabling him. And Arme has joined so many fights early on this game that his Radiance is being slowed down like massively. He's only sitting at 800 gold plus the Meteor Hammer because he feels so pressured to join these fights early on so they don't fall behind. But it really hurts his game because of it.
Fissure.
Yang's
just blocked out.
Oh, never mind.
Guess I won't join you guys. They're gonna go Doom out onto the Phoenix. Infernal Blade should have the kill. Spectral Dagger, and Phoenix is dead. But I don't know if that's worth it.
If they, to be fair, if they get the bot tier 1, it's definitely worth it. So, I can get, I'm fine with that. As if they needed my approval. And he's about to get Shadowblade on the Kunkka as well. So this is what I was going to say. It gives him the mobility that the Armlet didn't to try and get on top of the Zeus and find him at the start of the fight. And the Zeus is the most important target to find because his damage output is going to be the highest on his team, like by far.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And he's
has
so
fallen.
easy to kill if you get on top of him. The problem is finding him in the first place.
He's 1,600 gold away from getting the eggs.
He's actually really close. Like
Chrono?
Chrono.
Committed to the Earthshaker. They'll
that's
have
fine.
the damage to get the kill. Eurus kills off James.
Radiant structures.
High cooldown, but a little bit of value there is over now. Bottom, we've got the arena, but Haunt is used by Ame. He goes right into the hands of Eurus. The TP's come out towards top. Could have been very problematic.
Yeah, but I don't mind Void just dropping the Chrono to get a kill, though. Like, when you're at this point in the game, every time you hit Chrono's up, if you get a kill with it, it's fine. Like, don't save it for big fights. Get a kill, just carry on farming.
He's got that blink, going pipe
Dire's
next.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, now that he has the blink, going back for the pipe's really good, because he's playing against Zeus Shaker, right? And there's going to be a Radiance on Spectre and all sorts, so... But like, this Radiance is so slow. Like, it's 17 minutes into the game, he's still, like... What, 2,000, over 3,000 gold? Missing Spear top as well.
They can kill him. He doesn't have Haunt to get out of this one. He'll try to TP, but they've got the X. Ghost Ship comes in, and this is more than enough lockdown to get the kill onto the Spectre. Ame falls to Ori, and it's a killing spree for the Kunkka. That is big. That pushes him even further away from this Radiance.
Radiant's middle tower
Ame
under
is
attack.
not having a game. Look how far down the net worth chart he is. Like, compare that to last game.
Is crazy too.
Yeah, like, this Void's 2,500 gold ahead of him, and we're only 17 minutes in.
Again, how do you kill this egg?
The egg's the least of their problem. Well, it's not the least, but like they shouldn't be worrying about the egg at the moment. Like they have bigger problems here. And this is what I was saying, that the Spectre needs farm, the Zeus needs to get his Axe to have this massive impact in the game, and so they're allowing Vici to have this moment in the game where they're much stronger. And for CDEC, they have to just get through it. Doom gets out to the Kunkka. Okay, kills a kill.
Well, yeah, that'll get Ori. Thundergod's Wrath is used. That'll push him into the Ags. So you've got that going for you.
If I'm Vici here, though, I'm saying, guys, like, they've got no Doom now. They've got no Thunder God's Wrath. When our Kunkka's up, let's just go into Roche. Like, there's nothing stopping us anymore. Yeah, like, Echo's going to be annoying, but Shaker hasn't quite finished Blink yet. They are going to be knowing that he's going to have it relatively soon. And they're not going to look to head into Roche straight away, but it looks like they are going to potentially just go for a smoke play here. Oh no, Void's actually TPing towards the bot side. They want to go.
They
have vision of
Chronosphere.
this Doom.
Oh my god, Chrono right out of the outpost. Fissure will come in. They've got the Nimbus.
And that
You're taking a
Nimbus as
lot
well.
of damage. And, well, SRF, he blinks away. Arena gets used onto the Earthshaker, though. At least get that as a consolation prize. It cost them probably a little bit more than they would have liked.
I'm so surprised they didn't try and play around the pit there and get the Aegis, especially against Doom. Like, you gain so much value. Like, you can't just Doom the Void anymore because he'd have the Aegis.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think Shaker's still 200 gold off Blink here after that death as well, so very sad for him.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning.
But that is a wasted Chronosphere. And now where you had this window where Doom was down and Chronosphere was up,
Dire's
like,
bottom tower
it's just
is under
disappeared.
attack.
Time is money.
But do you need the Chronosphere to fight?
I would.
You could do it. You could do it arena only. I don't know if Chrono is the only thing.
What a bounty!
I don't think they need Chronos to take a 5-on-5. They can still get, like, pickoffs. But, I seem to be dropping a little bit here. Can you hear me?
Yep. Ori, Fiend's Grip onto the Nimbus. Meteor Hammer coming through. Ori again. Locked down, killed off. Spear misses. They get the arena in. Yang's just standing in the Nimbus. Takes a little bit of damage. The Haunt is used. They're trying to turn this for CDEC. They've got the Supernova, but it's in a bad spot. I don't know if it's going to matter. Oh, just off by a split second. They get the buyback coming in
my
from
God, SRF
Ori,
just-
and he's going to TP up towards top. They want to go in after this Spectre. They'll get the kill onto the Mars. Yang drops, but
Oh, Spectre's in
coming
trouble.
through. Meteor Hammer being used. It won't matter. They've got the Torrent, and they'll get the kill onto Ame. Did cost Ori his buyback, but well worth it to slow down this Spectre again. And he's
Get
actually gone
into-
off the Radiance, and he's going into the Manta.
Yeah, I think he's realized that it's so slow, like it's just not worth getting the Radiance anymore. Like he has to be able to fight. And they have to find the Zeus. Like if they're not finding the Zeus, they can't win the fights. He's doing so much damage now. And I think he's got is that a blink coming out on the courier for him as well? Yeah, it is. Like, it's only going to get harder here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And yes, this Void is farmed, but Ori, having used that buyback, is now so far down in net worth.
He's so far down. He is behind the Doom.
And they have a
And
medallion
even
here.
with Ame.
They have a medallion here on the Ogre as well. I really think they should just be heading into the pit. Yeah, a DD gets bottled on the Void. This is what I would have liked to have seen them do before, but now he has the BKB. I think they feel a lot more safe. And they have the Chronosphere up again here without the Doom, so...
Roshan has fallen to the
Now Eurus can play as aggressively as he wants in the fights, and they are going to smoke up here. Find the Zeus, guys. Like,
That's all they need to do. They've got the.
I don't know if they've seen that he has Blink though. So like, if they try and jump in with the Time Walk to use Chrono,
Dust with the X. Quick kill there on a Victoria. And they'll start to take over the mid lane too.
yeah, look at Ori here, just chasing forward though, trying to find a +1.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
And they're gonna
structures are
concede this
fortified.
tier 2 mid, I think. A
Radiant
glyph, but
structures
are they gonna
are
follow it up? They've glyphed the Radiant
Dire's
side too.
middle tower is under attack.
I'm not sure they can, to be honest.
Radiant
It's so difficult to defend when you know the Void has Aegis. You still don't have Doom up. It's just coming off cooldown, actually.
Yeah, Aegis and Chronosphere available. Pipe finished, and this tier
Dire's
2 is
middle
not gonna
tower
last
is
long.
under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So
Doom's just about to finish the BKB here, actually, which is going to be big for him. Means he doesn't just die to like this Kunkka combo or like an egg on top of him, right? Like it has to be the Void that kills them now.
Radiant are scanning.
Yang coming over, Spear, spots James. They've got the Supernova for this. I won't be surprised if that's the commitment that they want to go with. We'll get the kill.
I think they were a little bit unsure if there was anyone behind him though. So their egg kind of like zones anybody from coming in to help the Shaker as well. And now they're going to smoke up and move towards the mid lane or towards the bot lane where the Kunkka and the Void are. They need to just try and link up here to be 5 again on Vici. This Void is so farmed though.
Yes, in top of the net worth right now. And he's going into the Mjolnir.
He's level 18.
And he's got it.
Right, now they need to. Both teams need to make sure they have vision
Spectre.
control of this high ground here.
Doom gets used onto the Mars. BKB's been popped by SRF. They'll go to the haunt. They look over to try and get a kill here on a Yang, but the Chronosphere is used.
The
and
grip,
that stops an
though.
illusion. They've got themselves a Fiend's Grip onto the face of Void. They get the PYW. The Ghost Ship comes in. SRF in trouble. Echo Slam from James. It hits hard, but not hard enough. They get the kill on the Yang as well as DY. There's 3 heroes gone on Vici, and it's turned into a 4th. Ori gone. James dies. Maybe it was hard enough because he's got the backup. Eurus in trouble. He'll lose the Aegis. Doesn't have Chronosphere anymore. And this is a tough way to get out of this. Time walk to the low ground, trying to get away. Infernal Blade, Lightning Bolt. Eurus in trouble. Can he time walk? No, he can't. And it's a full team wipe in the favor of CDEC. Echo Slam didn't feel like it hit hard, but the follow-up to it certainly did.
That was so poor from Vici though. Like again, it's the same. They're not going on the Zeus. If you don't find the Zeus in the fight, guys, like I didn't even click on the fight recap, but I dread to think how much damage XM did there. Like he's just allowed to freely sit outside this Chronosphere and just cast his spells over and over again. An insane grip via Victoria though as well. Like it wastes the whole BKB duration on the Void. just because he gets gripped up. And it all comes down to this thing, they don't have vision control of that area.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to take that fight, you have to get the deep vision down first, so it allows you to see where the Zeus is.
Under attack.
And you, like, not only is that a bad fight, but they waste the Aegis as well. And now all of a sudden, the Spectre has Manta, and he's almost, like, got the Skadi. Like, he's getting there. He's like 2,500 gold away, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not with how much space they're going to be given now. His Chronosphere's on cooldown.
Radiant's
Now,
middle
Mo,
tower
I
is
don't
under
want to
attack.
put fear into your mind.
Radiant's middle
But
tower has fallen.
somebody said in Twitch chat, filling my room up with Kinder Eggs would cost in the ballpark of $500,000. Don't know if that's valid. Don't know if that's true. They obviously don't know the dimensions of my room. But just think about it. Smoke used, but look at where James is. Perfect spot, breaks the smoke immediately. Spear, oh wow,
what a
nicely
spear.
done by Yang.
They had a ward on the high ground, actually, so that's why they spotted him there. Just in time.
Yeah, fresh ward that ends up getting the vision as he's going for that blink spear. So it's a 3k net worth lead for CDC, and unfortunately for Vici, it feels like
They found XM.
They get the
Where's the team, though?
Zeus, but they just don't have everybody else. Supernova, can they pull this back? Ame.
Oh, he meant to dodge the X! Oh my god, Ame, what a play.
Wow. Wow.
Radiant are scared.
Yeah, that's all I got. Jesus, Ame.
Holy crap.
They don't get XM or Ame in that exchange. What I was trying to say was the thing that gets hard for Vici is the fact that it seems like it's all relying on Eurus.
Yeah, because Ori had this really rough early game, and now he gets an Orb of Destruction, though, on Eurus, which is nice. But the first time they finally found the Zeus, like, in forever, this game, they just can't get him.
Or he's actually taking the Titan Silver.
Okay, fair enough.
He's got a Paladin Sword now. Blink, War Stomp, Doom out of the Void! Sunray can't keep him
He does have
alive.
buyback.
Eurus gets blown up. Question is he going to use that buyback? He's holding it for now.
Yeah, here we
Fiend's
go.
Grip on Ori. There's the buyback. He's coming into the tier 2, so they need to be positioned perfectly for this, but they don't have the Supernova that was already used top. 35 seconds till it's off cooldown. They have themselves the arena as well as the Sphere coming through into James. Fissure hits, damage not there. They can't get the kill onto the Earthshaker, but they finally get themselves the X as well as the Torrent to land the kill. Meanwhile, DOI's just getting pushed back into the base. They're looking even deeper, looking for Victoria. Nightmare was on the Phoenix. Time dilation slows up Victoria. Right click's coming in. You just need the spear. That should be enough to finish off the kill. They do grab the kill on both supports, but Ori buys back.
Great initiation from CDEC, though. They managed to just run in, drop the ward down, play around the vision, and they get the Doom onto the biggest target, right? Like, without the Aegis being up, this Void can just die really easily to a Chronosphere. To a Doom, sorry. There's no save. Like, I would really like to see this Phoenix build towards an Axe, because like we said, they don't have great egg hitters, but it's also whoever gets doomed up, you can save them.
Taunt. Then he got Wrath.
They tried to go on Army,
And they found Ori. Supernova gets
but
used.
it's so sloppy. Like, where's the Void's not here? Like, CDEC are playing this game so well.
No, to Sunray James, but there's just no way they catch him.
Man, I hope Kinder Eggs aren't too expensive.
Rosh up in 3. That was a quick Rosh. There it is. So We'll see who gets this Aegis. As the Radiant know it's up, but the Dire are smoked near the Roche pit.
Yeah, they really want to find a pick off first. Like, they know they've got the Doom up, they've got all their spells. They're going to try and play around this area that they found the pick off before.
6K lead. It is really setting up for CDEC to force a game 5.
I love that they didn't force the engagement there, though. Like, they knew that Vici were going to be holding the high ground.
Yeah.
And you don't want to take a silly fight by just running up a high ground without vision. Like, just play it safe. Like, you've got the Spectre farming still. He's huge. Like, he has the Manta, Meteor Ham, and the Skadi now. So he's sitting at 3,300 HP because of 20 talent.
In the pit. But there's the Thunder God's Wrath. That gets the vision, and now they need to evacuate. Again, CDC, what's the difference in experience? I feel like it's massive. Oh, it's actually even.
Yeah. The Zeus hasn't been in a lot of the fights. Like, he's been, like, staying away and just pushing lanes out and things, but the big thing is, like, this Bane and Shaker, I think, are probably a little bit behind. Yeah, they are. So, like, even though their cores are doing well, like, the supports are slightly behind in XP, which is fine. It's not a problem.
So Courier sits in the pit here for CDC. So as Void going to the Lincolns, he's got the Mjolnir BKB, which is sitting at 9 seconds, and the Mask of Madness with the Paladin Sword. Meanwhile, Ori, who's had his game slowed down pretty heavily, he's looking for a Silver Edge.
Yeah, they need to be able to kill the Spectre. So the Silver Edge is fine, right? Like, Shadowblade was just a good item on Kunkka before anyway. But he had to go back for the BKB because of all the Zeus damage coming through. But now, going for the Silver Edge means that if they ever hit him with the Silver Edge, he can actually die. Like, the big thing is going to be whether the Bane can save him, whether they can get a good grip off, you know, whether some Nimbus comes down. But again, like, I hate to say it, this Zeus hasn't died since, like, how early on in the game it was.
Yeah, it's like the first couple minutes.
Yeah, like, it's been so long. You can't... It reminds me of when you play against Tinker. And it's the same thing that if you don't go on the Tinker in fights, you're never going to win the fight.
Oh, Nightmare catches PYW.
They're all
That means
TPing
another
up.
kill here for CDC.
XM just has a mega kill now. He has a Nether Shawl as well. Good stuff.
And he's close to the Octarine core.
Yeah, I think he actually has the gold if he wants to go for it. He might decide to go Refresher instead, I think.
Blink forward, and who are they going to put the Doom on? They've got themselves to jump forward. Ori pops the BKB. He's on the run. They've muted up this Mars. Mars trying to get out of this one, but it's not looking likely. Can they at least get the deny? No, DY. He gets stopped because the Nimbus is down. It's going to strike him once again and get the kill. So 2 heroes gone. The buyback is used by the Ogre. They don't have buyback available for the Mars.
Yeah, but they have used the Doom, though. They have used the Horn. And they have all their spells up still.
Oh, SRF. He gets caught. Echo Slam in, and he just wipes yours off the face of the earth. DOI is dead as well. Moving forward is Ame. The Supernova keeps Ori alive for a split second longer.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
James.
Kill on Ori. They'll take out PYW. James on top of it. Perfect full team wipe. No buyback for anybody.
I'd be really surprised. Well, I am surprised they haven't called it. Like, obviously, there's still room for CDEC to mess up, but, like, you giving away this Aegis here to the Spectre is, like, they can't kill him twice. Oh, what a slam, though, from James. I don't know, I don't know if he had BKB up on Void or not. I don't know if he used it, like, when the fight started before. I assume he did, but they just haven't found, like, the opening this game on Vici where they could just use all their spells together.
I don't think he did use it because it's still sitting at 9 seconds.
Like, if you jump in there, you have to pop your BKB.
Well, that would be a tribute.
His net worth is heavily in the favor of CDC.
Yeah, and they have 3 cores that are all scaling well. Like, the Doom is 3rd in net worth overall in the game. It's not like he's falling behind at all. He has Blink, BKB, Shivas, and like half a refresher. Even more than half a refresher. And he gets back for the
Radiant's
Radiance.
top tower has fallen.
Yeah, that's an interesting back. Bit surprised.
Okay. Look, it's not bad, but maybe he just feels like because he's so tanky with the Scardy and things as well, he's going to get so much like effective like damage output from the Radiance, but also like the evasion's really nice against the Void because of the
Smoke,
sparkly.
Blink Inferno away with the War Stomp. They'll find themselves a kill here on a DY. Thunder God's Wrath grants them the information that they need as they'll haunt. And it's Ame looking over for Ori. They've got the Fiend's Grip once again. Nobody could stop Victoria, so another kill onto the Kunkka. He's dead for 80 seconds, no buyback. Things go from bad to worse very quickly as CDC continue to just take over.
This game is just pure outplay. Like,
Radiant's middle tower is under
I understand
attack.
like Vici haven't played very well, but CDEC have done amazingly. Like, all their rotations early on to keep the Zeus alive. He was saying before, it allows the Zeus to have a game, and then when he got the Ags, they've just been all over them ever since.
Radiant's middle
Like, they've
tower
always
has
found the right
fallen.
openings, they've always found the right pickoffs, their vision's been so good. Victoria's had a great game on the Bane, he's 3, 4, and 15. Illusionist cape for the Spectre. Okay, well. Okay.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's the refresher. I just don't know what you do. I don't think there's much of an answer here for Vici. BKB's been popped by Yang. Manta gets used. Supernova comes in, and if they can get the spear, maybe it pops. And they do.
He has Aegis,
So
though.
Spear, Supernova, blink forward, Doom onto the faceless Void, so Void is just dead. Thunder God's Wrath comes in, they'll look over at the Mars, they'll get the kill on a Yang and take out PYW. This should be the GG call. Refresher from the Doom, put it on Ori. Eurus buys back, they miss the Spear. And Eurus is just in the Venn diagram of pain.
Oh, this is
There was a chrono on just Doom, but there's the Fiend's Grip again
gets a
from
BKB!
Victoria.
Victoria has a BKB!
Absolutely absurd. He's so farmed. He continues to land these Fiend's Grips. They've got themselves the haunt. Eurus can even get the kill to SRF. It's Yang who gets it with the God's Rebuke. They take out Eurus for the second time. GG is called. Down goes Mars. And CDEC have brought it back even. 2 apiece.
Victory.
I didn't even know
My
Victoria knew BKB existed.
When has he ever gotten that farmed?
Man, CDEC was so good this game.
Yeah.
Like, where was this CDEC in game 1 and 2? I guess the AM and the TB were the problems, dude. That's the only way to look at it. As soon as they ban them out, they just look amazing.
Yeah. I mean, James was on it, and I think he's showing why it should honestly be an earth